Good morning, familia. Today I wanna talk about a story about Mikey Cuevas. See, I remember growing up, we went and we did him a Chuck E. Cheese birthday, and they used to live over by Echo Park on an alley. Their grandma, and we used to enjoy them. I remember playing in the projects with us, Teresa and Mary and everybody. And as time went on, Miguel and Mary got separated, and we lasted about 10 years that we didn't see Mike and Anthony. Well, Mongo Miguel got busted, and I don't know what happened that Bertha sent a courtesy letter to see how they're doing, and I guess she wanted to take them to go see Miguel, and she wanted to reunite the family, and they did. They took Mikey to go see his dad. I forgot about Anthony. Anthony's like the little black sheep of the family that no one cares. And we forgot about him. But they took Mikey, because Mikey's a chosen one. And after that, Bertha had him in the house. And she found out that he's a Cuevas. He's like, nah, aprovechado, he likes to eat, doesn't like to work, doesn't have respect or boundaries, And because he was a little older, he didn't get to grow up with the family. We didn't teach him respect in our culture, and I made a mistake by talking about who we are, where we grew up, and what we did with his dad and everything. For whatever reason, he took it the wrong way. He took it like he was the chosen one, and he had rights, and everybody owed duties to him and to his dad. And we were happy and grateful to have him around, but he's a little tough kid. He's strong as an ox, and he's a warrior, don't get that wrong. And I care for him and I love him. And as soon as that happened, Anthony reached out. Back then I used to be with Maura, and Anthony reached out, and no one gave him a helping hand or anything. I did. I took him in when he came, and I introduced him to the family, and at some point he was staying in my house, and he'll eat all the fucking food, but he was a good kid. He'll clean, he'll put an apron, and todo. I think he had a lot of potential. But he used to fight with Mauro's kids, and I couldn't have him there for long. And surely, but never. He impressed me because he had girlfriends, and he found his way right away. And the difference between Anthony and Mikey: Anthony is fucking tough like an ox. That motherfucker has fucking Aztec warrior, Cherokee, and blood in him and everything, and he's tough, and he don't care. But he's also respectful and kind, It's just a problem that everybody abandons him and doesn't acknowledge him and don't care about him. He's like the lost cause, you know what I mean? And he's always being involved and getting in jams that shouldn't get, And he's just trying to make it to the big leagues, He's trying to make it like his dad and make it everybody, but not in not money-wise. He wants to be a gangster. He wants to be tough. And he made it be known. And I remember one time I took him right there on Wilcox in the 60. It's LA, you know, and took him to an alley. He broke into the house with his girlfriend and everything. I didn't even realize what was happening. And next thing you know, he was punking her grandma, and they wanted him out. And I don't know what happened that he talked to me, and I talked to him, and I gave him money. Back then I used to have money, and he ended up taking off over there to Tennessee, and up there he was happier over there because he already gathered all the information that he needed, and he wanted it be in control of the world, you know. He wanted to conquer it, not by money, by brutal force. He wanted to go to the penitentiary, and he wanted to be like a carnal. He wanted to be someone important, you know. Like I said, not with money. Just wants his name to be known. I heard he got all tatted down and everything, and he's representing, you know, he todo. Gets in and out of jail, but he wants to run a brutal fucking gang, you know. And he just came and he got a reinforcement on his story, and he took off. And I wish him the best. Well, coming back to Mikey. So Mikey ended up staying a little longer with us. I say about 5, 6 years, 7 years, you know. And we end up, Bertha ended up throwing him out of the house because he was no good for nothing, and he was nothing but drama and problems, you know. But he has an attitude and a way that he earns your love and trust and everything. He's a con artist, and but we love him. We love him. Don't get it wrong. The whole family embraced him and included him. So after Bertha threw him out, started hanging around with Bird in the projects. Got into the neighborhood y toda la cosa. And next thing you know, they wanted to kill him. They're ready, because he was taxing people and he was doing things that see, when you're born in the projects, they teach you to, you could do whatever you want, but you do it out there. And your people, your homeboy, your town, your barrio, or whatever, your people, you take care of them. You defend them. That's what a gang is for, you know. A gang is not to brutalize and attack your surroundings and your neighbors, you know, make them fear you with all. He wanted to be like a Smilone. He wanted to be like a Carnal. He wanted to be by brutal force. Like, he's a mean mean person inside. And it just, he has a conscience. And the homeboys and everything, they gave him an ultimatum to get the fuck out, and they're about to kill him. Same thing happened to other people that I know. They end up shooting him with a shotgun, stabbing him, and Miguel got off lightly smooth because of Bird. You know, Bird ended up having a conversation with people, and he got him out of the situation that he was involved. And he had opened up his mouth and done a lot of disrespectful things, and he was acting crazy with the own people from the projects, you know. So they throw him out. People talk good about him because they respect him because of all of us and the way we grew up with all the family that we have. But the main people got tired of his ass and said, you know what, this vato don't have respect. Well, he ended up moving to my grandma's and grandpa's place right there on BG. And he really earned the love and the respect from my grandma and my grandpa. And they took him in, you know. They tried helping them. They try giving them opportunities after opportunities after opportunity, and soon realized there was too much for them. And I was going through a heavy divorce, and I didn't have a way out, and I was thinking of giving up in life, and I was broken down, and I had no reason to. And my grandpa told me that he was sick, and the marcapaso and everything was failing on him. He told me to stick with him, you know, and he'll help me with Vanessa and all that. Not money wise, support wise. And I guess that's what I really I needed in life. I needed someone to completely trust in me and believe and support me and be there with me when I most needed them. And, Anthony, Sandra's kid, he tells me here and there, all I remember is you in my grandma's house, and always on the sofa, not giving a fuck, just right there, you know, no money, no nada. In the beginning I was working and everything, but I couldn't work, I couldn't do nada, and I gave my life to my grandpa, and I told him that I was gonna be there to support his disease, and I was gonna be there with the process. And we started hitting all the bingos and everything. Meanwhile, Mikey was living también ahí, and Mikey, they'll give him a job and fuck it up, get him a job and fuck it up. He was there, and I'll go to the bingo with my grandpa, my grandma. I'll go to the junkyards. I'll take my grandpa everywhere, and I became his best friend, and I realized how much he really meant to me and who he was and everything. I've done a lot of stuff with my grandpa, but I've never sat down and absolutely just focus on the personnel that he has, and I'm appreciated that I got to spend the last year with my grandpa. I remember when we went to the doctor, and the doctor told him, there's nothing you could do now. You're gonna have to get into a hospital because now you're gonna die. And my grandpa told me to not tell nobody. And that month, he did everything possible he could do to show me how much he loved me. We went to court with Vanessa, and he spoke to the judge for me, and he encouraged me, and he was proud of me. And he told the judge to go easy on me, and all I wanted to do was be a better father than he was. He didn't help out with child support and all, and I do. And he didn't care about his kids, and I do. And all he wanted is to see me happy, being around my daughter and proving to him that I was worth the person that I was, you know. He helped me out when I went to court, when I got stabbed and all, and he was there supporting me. We can't go to court or not. And I played amnesia and everything. I took my grandpa, and my grandpa dio la cara. While coming back to Mikey was always a con artist, and conning my grandpa pa todo. And my grandpa, I guess he felt that he needed to do something for him, and he didn't have a lot of time, and he helped him as much as he could. He gave him unconditional love, attention, and he'll give him food, money, and help him out. My grandpa and my grandpa have always helped out all of us. Not talking about everybody, but at least me growing up, she helped me with money for I could eat, pay for my gas, if I had car problems or I had anything. My grandma was always there. And the same thing went for me, Mikey. My grandma and my grandpa were there for him. He had it a little easier than me because he was younger, and people thought that todavía se podía enderezar and todavía could change his life. They got him in with God, and he was doing Bible studies y todo, and he was doing good. He got a solid job, and he was steady with that job now. He wasn't losing that job no more. He got installed a truck, and Bertha and my grandpa, my grandma, Sandra, and everybody helped him out. And he was actually headed towards a good path, you know. And I remember that we went out to a baseball game with church though, and Michael could hit the ball, and Jonathan came, and we got to hang around together, Mikey and Jonathan and me, and it was awesome. And Mikey was changing his life from being a fuck up y todo to someone reasonable and someone understanding, and we're teaching him respect, and he was having dignity, and we're proud of him. We're proud of him. And suddenly my grandpa passed away. Once my grandpa passed away, I called Sandra. She said she's for Christ y toda la cosa. I honestly believe she is, but she has a lot of evil inside of her. And right away she swarmed and attacked everybody, and she wanted everything from my grandpa, and she wanted all the attention, and I guess she wanted to be the one that talked and planned and organized everything for my grandpa. And I always used to tell Mikey, deja Sandra, you know, déjala. Eventually we got an eviction notice, and me and Mikey were off to the boombox, and I already had a strength, and I already had gotten my life back together, like instantly once my grandpa passed away, and got my job back. I stopped being a little bitch and moaning and crying, things that I couldn't change. I accepted my terms, and I faced them head on, and thank God for Freddie, that me and Freddie started working with each other, and he helped me out a lot. And I'm blessed for having a cousin like Freddie. And Anthony was getting his shit together. I helped him do his pedals, and he was pedals to the metal. He was off to a better life, and he was gonna be in a better situation. And Stephanie, Carlos had already started realizing their lives, and they wanted to be with each other, and they knew they were destined. And Sandra, she started dating Manny, and Manny would come and try to conquer the world, but we knew that his intentions were good, because he wanted to earn the love and the trust of my grandma, and he wanted to be part of the family and everything. Of course I got jealous. Of course I had to defend what was mine and everything, but I soon realized that his intentions were good. Me and my grandpa talked about him, and my grandpa told me, hey, stop trying to be tough, Niño. Just let him in. And my grandpa didn't really, just heard about his name, que era un cholito, and blah blah blah, and you know what I mean? And he didn't really like him, but started hearing good things about him. We're proud of you, Manny. But he was more problem for Mikey. What was gonna happen to Mikey? And I told him I'll try to help him as much as I can, Grandpa. And I took him over my wing, and he showed the hurt and the pain of my grandpa not being there, and felt betrayed by the family, and felt betrayed, I say, by God también and everything. And he didn't know how to react. He didn't know how to overcome the obstacles that were the next barrier. The teachings of my grandpa, todo el sufrimiento and all his knowledge and everything that my grandpa had given him. And man, I got my life in order, and I got my shit together, and I got an apartment, you know. And I told him, you could come with me. And he was like, nah, I don't need your help. I don't need nada. I could do everything on my own. And he started dealing and singing, and he became homeless. And he had a badass GT bikes. I bought it off him. And I was giving him food and giving him support and giving him a place to take a shower and all. Same time, the whole family, there's Berta, Sandra, everybody started being there for him and everything, but he was too much. He was hurt and he was betrayed, you know. And same thing as Big Miguel. They think that when people stop helping, it's a betray. Eventually everybody has to stop. Eventually everybody has to let you spread your own wings and do things on your own. All we could is provide an understanding and teach you the beginnings of how we did it. Next thing you know, it was robbing and stealing, and things were being disappeared from everywhere, and people were already complaining and all. But in that time, I took him in over there in Baldwin Park, and I beat him up bad, because I took him in with my tia Rosalba, and he was hitting on Mario's wife, and Mario tested him to see if he was family and he knew respect. So, you want to be with my wife? He goes, Miguel goes, not really, but if you want me, you let me, I'll be with her. He goes, I don't love her. Well, for real? You don't love her? You want to sleep with her? Go ahead, sleep with her. Like testing him, you know. And Mikey took it personal, like if he was he had the green light, and I told him, Mikey, you don't understand the basics of life. He's only testing you. No, he gave me his word, and you know, his aina, it's me, I'm, you know. And Mario called me to the side, and he go, hey, you know, don't ever bring him to my house. Don't ever include him in my family albums. Don't fucking, like, keep him away, because next time I'm gonna fuck his ass up, and I might kill him and go to jail. So I don't want that. You're always welcome, but not him. So he closed the doors on that one. And then I took him with my tia over there with Esther's house, and también he wanted to be with our cousin Isaac and Joshua y todos ellos. Told them, hey, you know what, that's your cousin right here. And he wasn't brought up and raised with us. He had respect or nada. And Once and Joshua, technically Once, came up to me and told me, hey, you know what, you brought him, you get him the fuck out of my house. You get him out right now. If not, this family's gonna get destroyed, and we're gonna fucking cause a big situation here. And I got Mikey out, and I told him, dude, now she's turning on me. She wants to be with me. He don't understand that a las primas no se la riman, you know. And you don't understand the respect that you give to people that open doors to you. And Once was like ready to fuck him up, eh? And if you would have fucked him up, all hell would have broke, because it would have broke my aunt's heart, and she was going through cancer and went through a lot of stuff, you know. And she couldn't bear another problem, especially in her house, especially a problem that I brought. So I took him to the house, and within the house, I had him working with us and everything, on the DICOM. And he was being disrespectful and being an asshole with all the dispatchers from Connect, and Connect had told me that they wanted him fired, and he was stalking them and being an asshole, trying to con them. And I mean, he has a way of talking, don't get it wrong, but he's a bullshitter and he's a con artist, you know, and he caused me a lot of problems, you know. So I told him, hey, you know what, you can't work for me and you can't be around the family or not. He got upset and he stood up in front of me and I beat the shit out of him. I told him, I took him in, I'm trying to show him respect. I told him this is the gratitude you give me. And I bursted on him and I fucking kicked him and everything. Yes, I told him that if he fucking touched me or whatever, I was gonna beat him up worse. And when I get angry, I don't know how to stop. And I give him a beat down. And my grandma, I think my grandpa was still alive, and my grandma and everybody was enojados conmigo because I taught them how to have respect, taught them how to have dignity. And I said if they would have let me a little more, I would have broken them, but everybody babied him and fucking took his side. I mean, I don't care. I really don't care. I'm used to everybody always going against me, and you know, I'm used to it. I'm always going up the battle, up the hill, losing battle with the family. If it's not something that causes my situation to get worsened, I do it to myself. I cause myself my own pain, you know. And I gotta stop. And I gotta realize that I cause a lot of problems sometimes. That's why I stay away from certain people, because they can't handle how the way I am and the way I act. Jealousy and hate overcomes them. They always feel in need of being by competition and comparing themselves to me or trying to put me down. And I know I do it here and there, but I always try to be blessed in life and have a purpose. That familia is all we got, and I gotta learn to be there supporting and understanding and take the good with the bad and fucking hear them, acknowledge them, you know what I mean, and listen to them and obey them. That's why I try to teach Mikey. Well, Mikey became homeless, and like I said, I was extending him my courtesy and giving him a place to come shower up and all. Well, this motherfucker started stealing bikes, not just like, and bringing them home to my house. At one point he had like 20 bikes. At one point, the apartment where I live at, there's about 500 units. He stole about 15, 20 bikes. And they had him on camera, they had him everywhere. And he caused a big problem. And I told Mikey, you just fucked up. You fucked up your opening y todo. You don't get your shit together. He goes, they're gonna throw you in jail. And he stole the bike from a little girl, and he really like got her and threw her off. And okay, princess. And people started pointing fingers towards my house and the manager and everybody. Like, they respected me, and they care for me as a friend for paying my rent on time and not causing problems, and always helping them out and going out of my way for the community though. And I told him straight out, he had to get the fuck out. He didn't want to. So I remember I got him in a corner and I was gonna beat the shit out of him, but something stopped me right there and then from beating him up, I began to pray for him and tell him that he's gotta understand, and the fucking Diablo got out of him, and he fucking threatened me, and he fucking got crazy though, and I just closed my doors, and I told him, you know what, if I see you again around here, I'm gonna fuck you up, man. And this time no one's gonna stop me. And I told him all the things that we've done for him, and how he was shaming my grandpa, and he was a disappointment to all of us, you know. So I went to Bertha, and Bertha was there, and Sandra was there, and I told Bertha, I'm fucking so mad right now, but I didn't react aggressively. I calmed myself down. I did some fucking countdown, and I didn't snap. And I told Mikey, you know what, I'm not gonna snap on you. I ended up fucking up two guys that he was hanging around with, and I ended up beating the shit out of them. And Mikey, he was living homeless with them. He was under the bridge with them. And he found he had his crew and everything. Thank God I talked to Bertha and Sandra, because he would have been dead or in jail. And they got him a fucking Greyhound ticket, and they took him to the Greyhound, and he had to leave in one day because the cops were gonna start looking for him, and then other homies and other people were gonna start fucking probably gonna kill him, you know. And I told him, I blessed him and gave him some money, and I remember I gave him like $200-300, and I told him I love him and hope he gets his shit together, and hope one day he grows up and teaches himself how to respect and dignity, you know. And got shipped out. He got shipped out, and he went with his grandma. And then when he got over there, he caused a lot of problems and a lot of shit. And he fucking, Anthony, he was doing good. He started working and doing good. Mikey got there, and all hell broke loose. Next thing you know, both of them were in the system, and Anthony was facing a longer time. He got pumped up, and he got someone to fucking applaud him and cheer him on and everything, that he caused himself a lot of harm and everything. So they were thinking of robbing and doing all kinds of shit over there together, and nothing could stop them, and they were gonna be rich and conquer the whole state, and they were gonna sell weed, drugs, and be the kingpins over there. But they didn't understand that that's not what life deals to you. Maybe God has a different purpose, and one way or another, the situation gets out of hand, and God always has a purpose and a reason why he does what he does. And next thing you know, Mikey, he as long as everything for all the drugs, though, he want to take dialysis, and he was real sick, though. Now I don't really know exactly what's going on. He got himself a new truck, and he's getting his shit together. But he's always in sorrow. He's always in pain and hurting and feeling betrayed and feeling that he still has to be Big Mikey, you know? And you gotta, this is a consejo for all you guys. You gotta get off your high horse and start at the bottom and realize that you need your family. You need the purpose in life, and you need the respect, and you need the old school schooling, and you gotta have someone to rein you in and tell you what's wrong, and someone that's not afraid of you, someone that could speak the truth, you know. And Mikey, I tried, and we all tried, but he's a lost cause for the moment. We still have faith in him, and we still have our prayers and our thoughts helping him and being there for him. And hopefully one of these days he gets his shit together and makes us all proud and makes my grandpa proud. And he has to grow up. He has to learn respect. And even though you're not around, or even though that life deals you a hard hand, can't blame yourself, can't blame everybody. It's just part of life. My object in life, vente para acá, princess. My object in life is to teach, to teach everybody that we do, honestly, we do have a reason. We do have a purpose to be in this earth. Not only to cause harm to each other and hurt each other and make us have pain and suffering, but we're here for goodness, for a change, you know. And if you're willing to change, we're always gonna be open-minded and be here for you. We're familia, and familia sticks together no matter what. Even our black sheep of the family, they're welcome, and they do deserve a seat on the table. And our thoughts and our prayers will be for you. You'll always be included, and we're always hoping to be reunited, be in peace, all of us, you know. And I hope from the bottom of my heart, Mikey's birthday was this week, and you know, he has a little job, and he has his stuff a little, trying to get it together. Now that he's sick, and he's gonna live a long life. If he doesn't do or commit any fucking real sins, you know. And I hope him and I wish him the best. And no matter what, Mikey, your familia, and Vanessa, we all have somebody that loves you. Mikey, regardless, whatever, he did a lot of good. He loved you, and he was around you, and he really appreciate, and he made it be known when you were around me, that he loved you, and got your little gifts, and he was always here and there. And I'm always gonna be grateful to Mikey, because he's my familia. And Vanessa, you gotta learn how to forgive. I learned how to forgive Mikey. Mikey learned to forgive us. And it's either that or you're on your own. You're on your own, you know what I mean? And when you're on your own, you're gonna go through trials and tribulations and through darkness and some unexpected things occur in order for you to realize and get your shit together straight on, you know? Hopefully it's not too late, mija. And I get to have you as my daughter and be around you, mija. Hope you don't close the doors and move far from me and not allow me to spread the love, you know. And Mikey, we miss you, carnal, and hope you get better soon and you get your ass online, and hopefully one of these days you make us proud of things that you're doing in your life, and you get your family and you're happy, you know. And Anthony, where you're Anthony, I know you're going through a lot of shit, and I'm sorry for not being there for you, carnal. And I miss you too, carnal. I hope you guys have an awesome fucking time right now, and hasta que Dios disponga, we're gonna be family, and wherever you're at, our thoughts and our prayers are with you guys all the time. And hopefully my grandpa is not here no more. He passed on, and my grandma también. Their life meant something to you, and make them proud. And that's all I got for Mikey. So I better ask, that last one, Carlos told him también that he was trying to be with his sister, and Carlos told him that he was gonna be marrying Stephanie todo, and he didn't want to have problems, and stay away from his sister, you know what I mean? And thank God we shipped him away. So Carlos, breathe in, breathe out, of relief. And hope you continue watching my stories, and you get a laugh out of them, because I really do. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Vanessa. I love you, right?